Does she want to lead me somewhere?
Sound worse.
The life support pod is...
That's great. Otherwise,
You're still trying.
I'm not a genius, so I don't...
Excuse me. Can they not This girl, Ting-Yun.
Don't question it. Keep moving forward.
It's you again.
These are wounds left by the destruction. They have taken root within your body and cannot...
The destruction? Please, who are you?
I can't go to you.
You want me to go through here?
There's no need for that. Don't fight it. Embrace it. Try to coexist with it. Think of it as...
Wait! Is this called coexisting?
Don't worry. As I said before, you're not alone.
You won't get away. You won't get away. You won't get away.
Let's seize this fine moment. Cloud scatter.
You won't get away.
Step up, let's see ya.
You won't get away.
Every petal and all will be swept away by the wind. Eternal.
Perhaps you still... Humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
How can it be? Why are there... The ones from before weren't defeated.
As I said before, you can't defeat them. No one can. You can fall into the darkness and die alongside these or bring them with you when you return to the world here.
Return to the world? What are you saying? No wonder those two ignored me. Am I just a wandering spirit now?
Close, but not quite.
So...
You can think of it that way.
Based on what you said, even if I should wake up, these wounds that caused my death will remain on my body and never heal? I don't understand.
It's a habit of mine. I believe everyone should have the right to choose whether they wish to
Be that as it may, I don't remember anything. There's nothing.
That doesn't matter. I believe the desire to live was born from nothing to begin. You may also prove yourself to be the exception.
troublesome. But
Survival or destruction is no longer a choice for you. They both now grow along, and only by walking this path will you break through the darkness and feeling more awake? Congratulations. You attained your very... Let me explain. You were attacked by a Lord Ravager. By all right. But someone didn't agree with that assessment. And it just so...
what about the other merchants?
I don't know.
Why me?
Because you were the most unfortunate. You fell into the... Yet, you were also the most fortunate. There is only a fine line between resurrection and escaping death. Yet, they couldn't be more different. If you had truly died, I would have been...
My body...
I'm sorry. I can't let you regain your ability to feel. Just your body was contaminated by the destruction and suffered severe damage. As I said, to prevent its resurgence, I made some minor modifications to your body. You'll have to learn to adapt to it. Unfortunately, the inescapable price of...
Regardless,
There's no need for that. This was merely a transaction. With this, the debt between the traveling merchant and me is clear. Don't worry about it. You should sleep for a little longer. I'll arrange for someone to send you home. Which reminds me, you seem to have... You should go with them. It can only help with your recovery.
Are you...
Did I pass?
The tuning rebounded and affected 1 week instead. This is no...
I suppose there's no point in hiding. Miss Tingyun is originally from the Xianzhou. She had an unfortunate encounter with a Lord Rat.
But something happened to change that out.
Yes, a genius got involved. She's very accomplished. After that, she asked the Express to escort Miss Tingyun back home. We made a stop.
I'm so sorry. I thought...
That's all right. So long as nobody was hurt. Can I get something to drink? I feel like I've been...
That's fine. We should find another place to talk anyway. We drew...
So glad again.
You'll have to make do.
In any case, I must thank the...
It was nothing.
There's no need for that. Mr. I'll leave Miss Tingyun.
Huh? But, Mr...
I trust that you can handle it.
Okay. We better hurry. This is ridiculous! How come I keep bumping into Polly? Shall we keep going then? Did you forget...
I'm not...
As if a merchant could...
No, I already picked up a few gifts earlier. So that means there's only 3 more left to go. But we've already lost a lot of time. So we better not drag our feet.
Welcome. How can I help you?
Hello there. It's my first time.
Wow, you really know how to flatter. Go ahead.
First we have Lady Fushuan of the Divination Commission. Lady Fushuan has such refined taste. Misión, let's go with your suggestion. Next is General G.
Seriously?
Now that the Alliance has all of you there to help them, sending any elite meet fighters more.
That's not your decision to make.
That's the kind of treasure I've always yearned for. But the General's position won't. Come to Clock Studios theme park to learn more about the history of the planet of festivities. Finally, we have Lady Bailu of the Alchemy Commission. She loves excitement. You carry yourself with such dignity and grace, but you still have the heart of a child. Lady Bailu, that's all of them. Please wrap them up for me. Thanks to both your help, everything went smoother than I expected. And it looks like we still have some time to...
Why don't we pay another visit to the Dreamscape sales store? You can find memory bubbles pretty much anywhere.
A souvenir for myself. That's definitely an idea. But there's one more thing I wish to do. Since this... This is a good spot.
Miss Ting Yoon?
You've looked out for me during our travels together these past few days, but there are some things I find difficult to forget. Do you two still remember what it...
How could we forget? He was so shocked. He was frozen in place when he...
Exact. And that's precisely why when I asked for your names, I couldn't help but think that I've heard about what happened to you on the Xianzhou.
Yeah, we couldn't even tell. I figured it happened when we were after Kafka.
That thought has me filled with... That's what I've been puzzled about, too. I never actually saw how What was your impression of that Tingyun, if you recall? But I'm not very strong physically. Are you referring? So, what did she seem like to you? Oh, is that a compliment? I'm not sure if I'm deserving of that title. Was there anything particularly memorable?
Hey, no tattling!
Now the final question. In your eyes, am I just like the Tingyun you remember?
Wait, don't you find that question a bit weird? You're the real Ting Yoon. Why compare yourself to an imposter?
Oh, Miss March, you might have the wrong idea. I'm just feeling a mix of regret and relief.
Uh-huh.
As a merchant, staying well informed is crucial. If I had rushed in and out back then, I wouldn't have been much help. Instead, I would have postponed the trip.
We wouldn't have crossed paths.
Exactly. Based on your description, that Lord Ravager was indeed cunning. I regret missing out on your Xianzhou journey. But everything that Ventilia had stolen a piece of my life, and a Foxian but after thinking it over, the only thing that could be considered equal value, that thought has brought me great comfort. And now I know how to speak to you properly. We've never even met before, and here you are, offering your help, just as before. And now, I will reclaim everything I have lost. and it should begin with a proper acknowledgement. Dear benefactors, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to you. Looks like we're off to a good start. And you, my dear benefactors, will be my source of courage.
Miss Ting-Yoon, that's way too over the top.
We'll see. I just hope the Ting-Yoon in your memories won't be tainted by Fantilia anymore. All right, no more questions. I hope I didn't take up too much of your time. Let's continue on our way.
Welcome to the Dreamscape sale.
We're looking for some dreams to give as gifts. Something...
Just a friendly reminder. That being said, there are always some lucky exceptions. The story unfolds in the Xianzhou Alliance, where a young swordmaster strives to become the sword champion. However, as truly foxy and soul, just can't...
Why does that sound oddly familiar?
Since I'm returning to the Xianzhou, I think it's better to choose something unrelated to the Alliance. Feel free to pick a few.
I love customers like you. So easy to work.
So easy to take advantage of, you mean? Just don't pick anything weird, okay?
Oh, speaking of Dreamscape, after troubling you all this time...
Wow.
Here are the dream bubbles
Well, it looks like everything...
I can't believe it's time for Miss Ting-Yoon to leave. I'm not ready to say goodbye just yet. On the way. Mr. Yang will explain in detail. Has the messenger from the Xianzhou arrived?
Long time no see, everyone.
Madame Yukong?
I've imagined this moment many times. I was worried I might embarrass myself in front of you. I even rehearsed every word beforehand. But now it seems it was unnecessary. Ting-Yoon, I'm here to take you home.
Madame Yukong, I wasn't expecting...
I wanted to come because, after all, it's you who's coming home.
Yeah, me of...
Your body. It's going to be tough from now on, isn't it?
I've already escaped death once. Also, it's not all bad. I might even beat you at arm wrestling now.
You're still the same, carefree as always. I have a lot I'd like to tell you, but I'll save it even if we can't completely rid you of the pain. There must be
I have no doubt. Do I really have to go back to the...
Why? You don't want...
Despite Fantilia's ruthlessness, she spared me. It seems as if I've become a pawn.
There are people within the Alliance who also
If that's the case, it's...
take advantage of the situation. What do you mean?
Right now, the marks, if possible, please inform...
When Ron May visited the Lawfu early, the Arbiter Generals concluded that Fentilia did not intend for you to... If we follow this plan, we must keep your resurrection hidden. I'll support you, no matter what other...
Then I'm glad. I shall save you the trouble of hearing...
The road ahead is perilous.
I've come to see myself clearly in this dream journey. There is someone who can attest. Please follow me. She should be...
Is that...
After a strange encounter, I was fragmented into multiple Tingyuns, each embodying... And one of them hasn't returned to me, because she ventured too far. Until now.
You mean her? What is she doing?
She's captivated. As a fleeting emotion, she's no different from a newborn. Her boarding this ship was... Madame Yukong, do you remember? Perhaps that was just an ordinary... That was her first experience with the sky.
Of course I remember. Back then, you were still young enough for me to carry.
You probably still can. Want to give it a try? Just kidding.
I remember you kept begging me to take you to the star skiff, and even dreamed of becoming a pilot. But once you were airborne...
This flight was a turning point in my life. The boundless cosmos unfolded before me. I was completely mesmerized. In this world, there are paths beyond waiting for us to... Even though I lacked the talent to pilot the star skiff and wasn't much of a warrior, even to this day, this...
That hasn't changed?
Never. Now I can embark once more on my journey as a traveler of no return, exploring. Speaking of which, how are things with the Whistling Flames?
I've left Yan Ming in charge for now. He's reliable, but he can be a bit extreme. And might not all...
My principle... Forsake what others fight for, and take what others abandon. That's the way to navigate the world and achieve my goals. I will... But now I've also learned that while these merchant principles may apply to humans...
But this shouldn't fall on your shoulders to begin with. You are simply an innocent survivor in this war.
Madame Yukong, you were once a survivor in the war. In a hazy dream, I vaguely remember someone... Madame Yukong, The gods use humans as pawns in their cosmic game, sacrificing countless innocent souls. Have you ever thought about making them pay?
Every moment of every day. But as inconsequential as we are, how can we escape the fate of being mere pawns? If I could choose, I would never want you to become a pawn. I just would.
Don't be disheartened, Madame Yukong. Thanks to the favor of the Lord Raven. Remember, it's often the unassuming pawns, the lone traveler, or the worm that subdues the... So, now I'll become a cunning speck of dust. Sneeze a few times.
Is this place also affected by the Order?
No, I'm just here to bid farewell. I changed my mind along the way, so it shouldn't matter if we add another.
How did you know she would be here?
I didn't. I had a hunch and decided to try my luck. It seems I can be lucky sometimes.
It's not like you to leave things to luck.
I'm trying to change too.
I don't think you need a bystander in this scenario. Go on ahead.
You're not worried I'll take the opportunity to escape?
I believe you're the kind of person that has the ability and desire to use everything.
Thank you.
Now then, Mr. 1 Week.
I'm not leaving. No.
Let him stay. He won't be in the way. I actually need 1 week to be there.
You don't intend to reveal your true identity?
Both parties don't have to be aware that this is a farewell. I shouldn't put her at risk for my selfishness.
Shall we go then?
Let's go. Our journey can't be... Didn't expect to see you here, Miss Robin.
My name is 1 Week. I'm...
You're too kind, Miss Robin. You must be very... You're too kind. Well, perhaps the dreamscape is not so different from reality. When we look up into the night sky, the stars aren't really there. So, have we ever truly... No. Today is my rest day. There's going to be a show later, so I came early to find a good seat. It's somewhere farther. Farther away. They Miss Robin, may I stay here with you to gaze at the stars before the show begins? Still, these stars are unfamiliar. Perhaps it's both. The Stellaron disaster may not have had any real consequences, but... did the person you wanted to... Sometimes... if you don't mind me asking, there are many such people. I believe they all have the willpower to... Are you saying that's not... Failure may be a good thing. I hope so. The dream jigsaw. I'm still inexperienced, so let's just hope we get lucky. How long has it been? A day of peaceful repose. It seems we've been blessed with good fortune. Another Dreamweaver probably left this... The second jigsaw piece is... We should keep looking. It's done. Soon, I shall travel to those unfamiliar stars. But as long as you continue to gaze upon them from here, then those unfamiliar stars will want...
That didn't seem like a perfect...
It's enough. I only meant to stay quietly by her. But why did you do those unnecessary things?
What things?
Those 2 notes. If someone finds them, they can be used as evidence against her.
Huh. So you can do whatever you want as many times as you... I don't want to live with regret for the rest of my life either.
Live with...
We're almost done saying our goodbyes, right?
Yes. We only have one part before we leave. I have a question I'd like to ask you, Mr. Yang. I'm curious. Why did you...
Why the sudden interest?
I always had a feeling that you would never give up on someone who needed help. After spending time with you, I'm even more convinced of this assessment. At this very moment, there are countless worlds above the sky still waiting for the arrival of the Astral Express. Yet you and your companions have chosen to stay here. To trailblaze means to forge ahead. Yet, you stop and spend precious time on people just passing by.
That's not what I think at all. Besides, the watchmaker also made a
And because of that, he bid farewell to the Express and never walked among the stars again in his lifetime.
Not all journeys lead to the stars. Even if we leave the Express, you can think of it this way. The title of Nameless doesn't belong to any one person. Each individual will have their own. The goal of my trailblazing is not the unknown world, but every living being. In my homeland, the name Welt means world. It suggests that each person is a world unto themselves, and that we harbor as many... This is my way of the trailblaze, and the reason why.
Why me?
Well, like I said before, I left my home in a hurry. I also know that a person will only be able to truly face themselves once they've decided to say goodbye to their past. There was never a third person with us.
I told you he'd find out.
I should have known nothing since you already know 1 week's secret. There's no need for me to build up Let's go. We'll head straight for the finale and take our final...
I know you can hide your appearance, but trespassing on restricted family...
Don't worry. I won't take too much time. I was a child when I first visited the Grand Theater. I remember seeing the light behind the curtains when I returned here many years later as the head of the Oak family.
Now that you've returned to the stage, what are you planning to...
Prepare for my departure. I've always believed that a person's starting point should also be his last stop. Have you ever seen the elderly at the end of their lives? As they welcome their final moments, humanity flaps their wings twice as they complete their journey. I will say goodbye, here, to the me of yesterday. I really hate this face. My expressions feel so...
I see. That explains why the halo above your head that symbolizes the harmony, it's been missing since the moment we...
It's true that this ring was bestowed upon our people by the heavens. But that doesn't mean it can't be thrown away. While I was in the gallery of thoughts, at the entrance of the dream, I chose to completely sever the...
Why?
I am a fugitive, after all. I must remove any chance of being detected by the... Another reason is... to feel pain. This is how I can cast aside all the blessings of the harmony, and the order, and For the first time.
Is that also how Mr. One Week came into this world?
No. You wouldn't. He was born from an accident. One that you're actually quite familiar with. It was that try not to laugh challenge. I was roaming around as an ordinary person when I unfortunately fell into that Pepeshi's trap. The prank that
Are you saying that he's a part of you? That
You could say he's another. I too was once a child, with aspirations buried deep within. Maybe if I had made a small change in my childhood, I would have turned out to be exactly like him. What a pity. Failing to become a better version of yourself. So, my final farewell will be like that of Miss Ting Yun. And this also means that 1 week will vanish for good. Is there a possibility that you will be the one who disappears? No. This is a foregone conclusion. But who's to say there won't be any changes? Maybe deep down.
regardless of the outcome, you will have a witness. I'll be waiting for you in the audience.
Much appreciated. Now, shall we begin? Anticipating this possibility, you've really changed. In the past, you wouldn't have tolerated. I'm about to embark on an unknown journey where it will be impossible to maintain my orderly life. I will have to navigate unexpected surprises. You're not ready at all, are you? I feel unsettled, maybe even scared. Ever since I left Penacony, I could no longer control everything. Don't flatter yourself. You can't. But isn't that how it is? My fear of the unknown may be a weakness, but your presence has shown me that surprises aren't always. Meeting you has been a great help to me, and I'm glad to have discovered this side of myself. I also feel grateful for the opportunity to tell you this. What? Are you sure you didn't mean? I must admit, many of your qualities strike a chord with me. There are times when I want to joke around, freely express my thoughts, or openly share my dislike of a person. Or my fondness. I want to... Then go for it, Sonny. You always talk about locking the bird in the cage, but you're the one. Look at yourself. Besides discipline and hesitation, there's nothing else in your life. If you continue living like a slab of marble... But I won't. I dislike people who are frivolous. It makes me uncomfortable to even emulate them. If I fail, I will still uphold my principles, such as decorum and as for the harmony. My stance remains the same. Whether it's you or the paths, if what I once doubted, or even then this time, my true heart will guide the tuning. I'll leave it to you. What is this? Leaving your fate? This isn't like you at all. Did you lose your mind after being run over by the Express? Or were you possessed by that IPC? Failure is always the best teacher. To save more lives, you must first understand what they live for and what they die for. The best way to... You see? I'm already starting to make changes. Whether it's us merging or one of us disappearing, I'll leave the tuning to fate. And see if I can embrace all that I detest. Only then will I truly be able to walk among the living, in their world. But what if you can't do it? Well, that's out of my hands. It will just prove that I'm still the person who always disappoints his sister.